Hey, Ryan. How would you rank the 3 Zelda games you've played from worst to best? Mr. The Dream. Hi, welcome. How's it going? Worst to best? I don't know. I've been asked a similar-ish question before, and I don't like the premise, but I'm very happy to talk about it. I don't like the premise, but I'm very happy to talk about it. Why? Was I going the wrong way? I was going the wrong way. Here's why it's not that I don't like the premise. Here's why I disagree with the premise. I think for the player I am, for the person I am as an individual, there may be better or worse Zelda games out of Breath of the Wild, Link to the Past, and Ocarina of Time. However, that probably has a lot more to do with the timeline I was born in than it does to do with the like than it has to do with any inherent quality about the game. So I think for me, one of the ones I kind of quote unquote struggled with a little bit more, Ocarina of Time, or sorry, Link to the Past. However, I think that has more to do with my difference in where the fuck does this go? In the fact that I've mostly played games that are much newer than that compared to anything else. I don't think that makes the game worse. I also wonder how I will feel about Ocarina of Time when I play some other games. Like, so your like Twilight Princesses, your Wind Wakers, those are all post. Ocarina of Time, right? Hi, Cams. Welcome back. If I'm just like firing from the hip, I'm probably gonna say a Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time close tie that I really don't know. It depends on the day. Link to the Past a little bit below that, but it does not feel fair to call Link to the Past worse in that way. Like, I had sort of I had a small number of almost translation issues with Link to the Past that have way more to do with the fact that I'm playing it on a computer monitor rather than a CRT TV. That I'm playing it in the year of our Lord 2024 rather than in 19 whatever. I really liked Link to the Past a lot, and I feel bad. I feel uncomfortable calling it the worst of the 3. But that's my quick thought. I also love that I have Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time as dungeons and open world, separate, very different experiences. I can't wait to have played more and then look back on Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is going to be pretty hard for me to touch because it's the first game I ever played and I love it so fucking much. It was like, how can you argue with the game that introduced me to, to Zelda and all of the feelings that came with that? It's an interesting question. It's a hard one to quantify, though, in that way. This is Mark V, and it's all like... There's more copper coming in over here. So here's the math we need to do. Currently replaying Breath of the Wild has me appreciating it so much more. It's funny. I don't know if I've told you guys this story, but I met a college teammate of mine a while back, and he was like, "Yo, I saw your YouTube video on Ocarina of Time." And I was like, first off, that's amazing. That's hilarious. Breath of the Wild was my first Zelda game for me. How do you know this shit, Evo? How do you know this shit? So I met my friend, and he was like, "Dude, yeah, I watched your Ocarina of Time videos," and I was like, "That's insane." What? He's like, "Yeah, Ocarina of Time, isn't it the best Zelda game ever?" And then we spent a little bit of time talking about how he thinks Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game ever. And I was like, I may share your opinion eventually. I probably will. On the other hand, he was very quickly like, I can't believe they ever got away from the dungeon system that makes Zelda what it is. And I'm like, I don't have an educated opinion on that. But I do say, without that baggage of expectation, Breath of the Wild is a hell of an adventure. It is adventure encapsulated. That's the word I would use for the 2 words I would use to describe Breath of the Wild. Adventure encapsulated, if I could say them correctly. And that's because I didn't have the baggage of it needs to be a dungeon system. It needs to be this or that or whatever. Which was really cool for me. Okay, so here's what we're going to try and do. I think we're going to cut that right there and make sure that we get this 600. So 30 per minute times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 30 is not fast enough, motherfuckers. So they each need to have 2 of these in them. And now I'm going to be out of fucking... in order to keep up with the 600 a minute. So we're going to lose a little bit on the main belt, but I'm going to take basically a full belt of copper over towards our second bus. Okay. Yeah, I need to scroll up. Sorry, Luke. This might be a stretch, but if you have a Switch 2 by the time you get to Majora's Mask, you should try using the CRT filter with it. That feature is Switch 2 only for some reason. I'm so interested to have a better picture of the Zelda games, though, you know? Like, Wind Waker, Twilight, Princess, etc., Skyward Sword. I also think there's a significant amount of the games just filling a different niche entirely. I loved the old Assassin's Creed games. I think the new ones are arguably better, but they're so different that they don't fill the niche of what I enjoyed about the old ones. I love that. I think it's fair as a more modern gamer to not enjoy older, less polished games regardless of how well received they were 30 years ago. Playing Link to the Past in some ways felt like studying a different language. I wasn't as particularly comfortable in it, but I was definitely enjoying it. It just there's an extra layer of of that, you know? Okay. So now we need to make sure that all of these, we can't let belts be the problem for this. Would it have been easier to just build something new? Probably. Oh my god, I'm actually too fast. Like studying Erasmus. Yeah, playing Link to the Past felt like German 101. Playing that part of Blueprints right now has me feeling like German 501. Ryan, would you ever consider streaming D&D? I kind of want to start streaming my game, seeing if anything comes of it, but I'm curious to see what you think, given your status as a streamer who's already established has an audience/niche. First off, you should take my encouragement to stream D&D. Not only should you stream D&D, you should post in our Discord in the self-promo channel about when you stream D&D. I would absolutely love... So personally, yes, I think that would be a lot of fun. I would love to. I've had ideas on this front. I'm full of ideas and not so full on time to make those ideas happen, but loving, and I would say probably the answer, the debate is more a when and how than an if kind of question. We have streamed a little bit of TTRPG in the past. I've done it once before. It was forever ago. We played a game called The Sprawl. A community member DM'd. Megan and I and 2 other community members played. It was awesome. It was. I will say there were challenges. The challenges were related to, like, how do you make a stream sort of D&D, a thing that often happens in your head. How do you make it visually interesting? Does it need to be? I don't know. That it needs to be. How do you make it interesting from a... Like, if you're playing a character, if you as the person on camera are playing a character in the game, you spend most of your time in that world. When what I think what the people might enjoy would be more, maybe, the sort of DM perspective or a more zoomed out, less tied to one specific character perspective. There's like definitely like interesting little things like that I think I'm definitely no expert on. I know plenty of people stream and record their D&D to like post on YouTube and stuff. I don't know. I have no experience in learning like what makes that easier or better or worse, etc. I had a dream that I ran a game for you, so that's funny that it's actually been done before. If you ever want to run a game for me, let me know. I wish I were comfortable enough. I've only DM'd very, very, very briefly, and I did not feel particularly comfortable doing it. I wish I were comfortable enough to DM, because I'd figure something together to DM for chat. But I don't feel particularly comfortable with that, so unfortunately. That said, I have a friend who's a really great DM, and it's just a matter of time before I convince him to stream something for us on stream. Like, to DM something for us on stream. Ryan plus mods, D&D one-shot would go hard. I say in a totally not selfish way. I would be so on board with that idea, Carly. I want hyper-violent, hyper-realistic... I'm just teasing. PvP, TPK... I'm just... I actually need to go this way a little bit more. Luke DMing for Ryan and the mods. I'm down. Terrifying, but I'd be down. I'd be down. Okay, we're just bringing a little bit of copper over here. This is such a band-aid, and it's really ugly and probably not a great use of my time. But I think this will be about 600 ore a minute, or 600 ingots a minute, which if I can get it over there is a big help. Especially because our main factory has a problem right now, which is that it does not have enough copper. Our side factory also has a problem right now, which is that it does not have enough copper. If I can solve this problem or at least band-aid them both. By just connecting these two. That's kind of my thought. Up the stakes. If a character dies, mod status gets removed temporarily. Tony said, I'll abandon my wife and children for a day to do a D&D one-shot. Wow, that's fucked up, Tony. No, that's committed. It's committed is what it is. I don't know that I put the... Chad, did I put the power shards in the machines? I don't know if I did. Yes or no? Front seat question. I don't think I did. In the second row. Meaning this will not produce 600. I think I need to go back and put the power shards in. I should have done it before I left. If we get a TPK, Luke takes over the channel. Hell yeah. Nope. I'm out of power shards! Fuck! Oh, boy. Okay, so that's a problem. I need to power shard all of these. Wow. Hey, Ryan, have you ever played LSD Dream Simulator? Is that a real game? Is this game just a factory builder type thing? I've never seen it before. Yeah. It's take the movement from a game like Apex Legends and put it in a factory builder game. 3-dimensional factory builder. Okay, so what we need here is to get time crystals, which requires us getting whatever the item is for our milestone. If we have time crystals, then we can unlock. Oh my god. Oh no. Then we can unlock making power shards by hand. I don't know what they're going to cost to make, though, is the problem. Chat, front seat question. How often in your playthrough by the end of the game were you making power shards by hand? Synthetic power shards. Often or not often? Front seat question. I need 100 more of these. That's all. Never? Never. Not often. Okay. So I think the current problem is, if I had to state it, the current problem is choice. Oh yeah, sorry, I had one more thought before we move on from it. Sorry, I've been streaming for so long that my brain is a little all over the place. I should stand up. Okay. For DM for mods D&D. What kind of campaign would you run? What kind of thing would you want to see? What kind of world? What kind of campaign? Would you want to see like high fantasy, like Luke? Sorry, like Tony is playing a high elf. You're not allowed to ask these questions if it isn't a serious consideration. That's why I'm asking the questions. I'm super down for a mod D&D night. Absolutely. Dude, I've only done 2 D&D sessions. I will be a liability. Hot take. The less you've played D&D, the better. Playing with people who have never played D&D before is the most fun. And or have only played it a little bit. Hot take. In some ways. In some ways, a little bit less so. But in most ways, a lot. It's fun. It's fun to play with people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. Have you seen the viral video that just went... That has been popping up on my TikTok the other day? Of the person playing D&D for the first time? And they're like... And they rolled 20 for initiative. And then they're like, Hunter's Mark. I pull back my bow. I look the dragon straight in the face. Bop, bop. 20. And they point at their die. And the DM's like... Oh no, I hit the ball. The DM's like, that's your initiative roll. You still have to roll to hit. They're like, oh. Very traditional D&D with a dungeon crawl type of thingy. Can someone be a drunk monk? Dude, I almost died my second session. You or your character? Oh, you're being very method right now. Your character almost died. Okay, that's good. Get into character. Get into character. Llama says they're a little confused, but they got the spirit. Exactly. Everything's high stake when you're brand new. You know? I have zero opinion on setting. Just be happy to successfully schedule it. Absolutely. I think the key is going to be is finding something that is fun for us to play, first off, and second off, fun for us to get to share with other people. This is just not enough. Did I do the math fucking wrong on this thing? I don't think so. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there with a little bit more copper, which is producing a little bit more copper sheet, which is producing a little bit more circuit board, which is producing a little bit more computer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. We'd also, the other thing I would beg, the other thing I would say, my instinct would be, is we got to find something that's like very high energy, can get done in a couple hours type of thing. This thing needs computers, but I don't have any computers. Can I make computers? Can I? Can make 62 computers. Do you think that's enough? We're about to find out. We could be pirates. Sail the SS Bing Bong, a sequel to Raft. Piss and shit themed. Yeah. You could also always do a no prep one shot type TTRPG. First one that comes to mind for me is You Awaken in a Strange Place, but there are others. Joyce, you know what I like? You know what I like best about that? I really like the idea of not overcomplicating it to the point that we don't do it. I've never tried one of those. A level 20 one shot could be high energy, make for some epic adventure. Now taking recommendations for no prep TTRPGs. I think we should also do a prep TTRPG. Luke, if you're interested in DMing, let me know. I will also tell you, I think this should happen for sure. One of my dreams is to get Autumn and Chelsea and Megan and I, and we have 2 other friends who I think would probably be down to do it on stream. To get to do a stream D&D night as well. So I think they would really enjoy it. I don't know if they'd be down on stream though. I don't know how they feel, how Autumn and Chelsea would feel about that, but. Luke said I'm so down, but I'm buying a house, so we definitely need to plan. Okay. Let's do it. Let's make it work. Let's make it work. We did that IRL with my normally online D&D group. The no prep thing, I'm still in the boat. Here's the other thing, is part of why I want Autumn and Chelsea to come over and do D&D is I have played D&D now for like 3 years or, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years. I have still never played a game in person. It is one of my actual like bucket list items. I don't have a lot of bucket list items. I have never played D&D in person. I want to roll physical dice at a table and to be shocked at the outcome. I've played so much online D&D, which not so much, but I enjoy it, and I enjoy it every single week I get to play it. Our current session's online because they live down like near Kentucky, so we don't really get together. Got to do it all online. So much fun. I've only been able to do it twice though. Yeah. Snuffles? What are you snuffling? What are you snuffling about while I'm sitting here? What could you possibly be snuffling about? Shammy? Shammy? What are you doing? Shammy has a cold. Shammy has the sniffles. Is it space? Is that what you're snuffling about? Front seat question. Is that what you're snuffling about? Front seat question. Hazy. Hold left mouse button on crop button, space. That's the only thing I could think of here that isn't. Oh, maybe it's just that I could just probably make the actual thing. Probably that. What am I trying to make? Turbo motors. I can make 53 of them in my inventory. That's probably it. This is good, though, because now they're working on it at 2.5 per minute. No, sorry, I'm making RCUs. Shit, I can only make 14. That's because of the amount of that's because of the... Oh, I'm putting these in here, aren't I? No, left is overflow. Okay, hold up. Hazy, hazy? The space button is nice because I can actually scroll up on chat with my other hand. Online D&D is brutal. My school D&D campaign has kind of lost steam because no one is near enough to each other during the summer, and remote sucks. It's not great, but we've made the best of it for our group. There's some really good tools for online. Like, we use Owlbear Rodeo for maps, which also has and you can do like built-in music stuff. We have like a Discord server for all of our like photos of our characters and other stuff. But yeah, I have a sneaking, every single time I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm like missing out on something a little bit without the ability to play in person. Brian, does your group do voice chat or video chat? A mix. Some people do video, some people do voice. Well, you roll digital dice. Occasionally you can roll a dice in real life if you like. Sometimes we did like roll damage in real life and stuff, but okay, I need 100 RCUs. I have like 20 when I'm done with this. Left is overflow, right? Left is overflow. Oh! I fucked up. Nope, there it goes. I've just been sending them down the chain. I don't know where they're going. All right, let's go up to the top. Let's see if we can grab them up here. I refuse to DM if half the people won't use camera because it's kind of scary to DM to no one. You need to see people's reactions. I think that makes sense. So we're talking where? Right here. Although it might not actually be this one. Nope, it's there. Okay. 20. I need 101. Oh, baby. We're at 63. Come on. We're scrounging for materials, which is not a great use of our time or energy. It's okay. People are tomming. It's fine. As soon as we get this, we'll make time crystals, meaning we can make power shards, meaning we can ramp up our production. Always just make more machines, but we're still just lacking computers a little bit. Probably do need more machines, honestly. There's 8. What's that put us at? I don't know where they are. 71. I need 30 more. I'm generally not a fan of video calls, but having it for D&D is really nice. Yeah. Okay. The cheapest thing to do, the easiest thing to do, these things take forever to make. So the easiest thing to do is probably just get more machines up and running. And then if we can't get them fed in the future, that's a different problem. Bye, Luke. Thanks for being here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, I'm fading. I don't think it helps that it's getting to be like 80 degrees, probably warmer in my office right now. Chat, what do you guys want to talk about? An hour left of stream. What are we going to get up to? I have to get off here right at 4, so I'm going to set an alarm on my phone so that I don't miss it. Saw a forecast that Indiana was due to get record temperatures this week. Dude, this is news to me. I'm not seeing anything crazy for us, but we are under a heat advisory, so that's fun. Currently 92 degrees. Yeah, picking up L. We do start, I'm not coaching tonight, but we do start school next week. So starting next week, we get to add cross-country practice into the weekly schedule. Yeah, they start school very soon. Next week. Apparently enhanced tornado warnings in state to the west due to a weather pattern. That's super early. Yeah, schools around us are on a balanced schedule, meaning that you do a shorter summer break, but you have longer spring, fall, and winter breaks. So rather than like the 3-month schedule that I grew up on for summer, it's like 2 months, and then you get like 2-week breaks at spring, fall. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 for Christmas. Yeah. Sounds better, honestly. They like it a lot better around the holidays, I'll tell you that much, but I don't know. I just know it from cross country. I don't know it from the actual, like, I don't know how the teachers feel about it. Wish my school had a schedule like that, yeah. Hi, Octoclank, it's going well. How are you? How much longer is this dude get factory? 55 more minutes. 55 more minutes. How you doing, Ikelos? We need 1 more RCU. It's been built over here, right? No, sorry, 2 more RCUs. There it is. Okay. Let's go unlock time crystals and figure out what the fuck those are. Where I used to live, we did 10 weeks on, 2 weeks off. So like 10-week quarters almost, or something like that. Big red button! We're not going to have a lot of big red buttons left in the game.
Milestone reached. The converter uses strange alien matter, abbreviated to SAM, to break down and transform materials at their most fundamental levels. I am sure even you can appreciate the power to manipulate atomic bonds. Most importantly, you are now able to locally create FICSIT, a highly adaptable synthetic metal, ideal for any kind of construction. It is everything we need to save the day, and perhaps its admirable qualities can inspire you.
What the fuck is happening here? Chat, what's going on? Formy just smiled. Formy just smiled. What is going on? You wanted to know what it was for? It's for everything. The answer is it's for literally fucking everything? This list is so long. I was just about to say, Shamey, that this feels so much like a Blueprints puzzle. Okay, we're going to ignore all of that. As is tradition, when we unlock something new in this game, we're going to ignore it and instead go with, how do I make a time crystal? I need diamonds. How do I make diamonds? Diamonds are produced in a particle accelerator? Fuck me. We don't have enough power. God damn it. $10 power shards, 100 time crystals, meaning 200 diamonds. This is easy. We can just grab this. That's not that bad. We can do this. We can do this. I need to know what the power shard. I need to know what the power shard alternate recipe is. So, we can do this. This is how I feel right now. Oh boy. Ikulo says, I'm doing fine. New job is going so good. But I'm also so tired keeping a schedule of more work and trying to keep Boulder and social friends. It's a hard juggle sometimes, yeah. Oh boy. I mean, our power is probably bad, so I don't even want to risk turning on a fucking particle accelerator. No, this is time until full, technically. Sounds good, Joyce. Hard is relative. I can't really complain, TBH. So the new job is going well? How you feeling about the new job? Oh boy. Okay. I guess we just build one particle accelerator to build one. I don't know. Do we even have coal on our... Hey, we do have coal on the... Okay. Well, I guess we can just build diamonds then. Job is going amazing. It's a great team. It's a smaller company. How long have you been there? Is it a couple weeks now? All right, here's our plan. First things first, I'm going to make diamonds. Because I want to. I'm going to make diamonds. I have to put the floor over these particle accelerators. I'm not sure how that's going to go. Oh no. I accidentally painted all of them with a 2. Luckily, we have you now. Woo! I am sweating. All right, sorry guys, we got to break OSHA regulations. I got to take the thing off. It's too hot. Okay. Don't tell OSHA. We can't allow that. Mine the diamonds. Make a diamond pickaxe. Come on, Ryan. It's not that hard. I do it in Minecraft all the time. I accidentally deleted the particle accelerator. How did I do that? Because it was on the ground. Oh no, I accidentally deleted. If I put it back, can we just hook everything back up? Tama resolved? That was a Tama? I'm glad you noticed. It's kind of a big pain in the butt because now I got to redo this whole thing. Ah. No helmet, no vest, no railings. OSHA's going to have a field day here. If OSHA showed up to cite me, to give me a citation, I'd be so happy because it would mean I'm not the only human alive here. CERN just disappears. Particle collider is gone. Currently idle. So you are idle for what reason? Because you don't have any pressure conversion cubes. There you go. And I accidentally grabbed all of your pasta. So can I build a dimensional depot? I can. A smart splitter here. Put overflow to the left. Put the nuclear pasta in there. Gotta do more overflow. There we go. Okay. Thing of beauty. Ryan, random question, not influenced by anything. Do you know what a shoocheroo is? No, I have no idea what that is. What is that? Kilo said AI can give you a fine. No humans needed. You're right. In my luck, it would not be a human that showed up to cite me from OSHA. It would just be AI. This is the part that sticks through the particle accelerator. This is really funny to me. Sorry, it's called a scotcheroo? Say that word again, Ryan? Tell Evo to fucking spell it right then. I'm trying to type in chat and DM Carly. Skill issue. Can't give me crap for mispronouncing it when it wasn't spelled right. I don't know what a scotcheroo is. Is that a cookie of some sort? Maybe I do know what it is. Have I heard of that? Cookie? Is it a cookie? I should not build a second one of these. I should not. What? Is it a candy? Scotcheroo? It sounds like a candy. Is it not a candy? What I'm having for lunch? Is it a bottle of scotch? Jesus. It should just take coal. It just takes coal. Just takes coal, and coal is very easy to find. We don't need any of these other materials. Get all the rest of this shit out of here. You're gonna make us rich. We're gonna make diamonds, baby. Diamonds. All right, I'm Googling it. Scotcheroo. Scotcheroo bar. Scotcheroo bar. I've had these before. These are like, they're like rice. No, not even like that. They're like, I don't even know how you'd phrase it. Chocolate and peanut butter. Yeah, I almost said Rice Krispie treat. Kind of like a Rice Krispie treat. It is Rice Krispie. Okay. Evo, I'm going to be honest. I don't know that that's enough for lunch, but it does look delicious. Thank you, Ryan. I got you. I got you. I didn't know that we were on the same side here, but we are. Absolutely. Boom. It's a normal lunch, TBH. Do you mean normal in that you have had it very often, or do you mean normal as in acceptable? Someone tell this child to eat some real food. I'm happy to tell this child to eat some real food. If you mean normal as in socially acceptable, I have to tell you that what people accept is often not what is good. And if you mean normal as in you do it a lot, I have concerns. Evo does this shit all the time. Oh, we make 30 a minute. Wait, this is genius. It's easy. It's so easy. Okay, we have so many diamonds. Let's go. Let's go. We have so many diamonds. We're freaking accelerating those particles. 30 in a minute? Hell yeah, brother. Out here living off frozen pizza and cookies. Now, first off, hold up. I feel like we dragged some strays into this. Subsisting off cookies, probably not great. Subsisting off frozen pizza, everybody knows there's not a goddamn thing wrong with that, okay? I caught a stray in this conversation, and I don't like it. I'm happy to support you here, Carly, as long as we keep the frozen pizza shit out of it. Carly, do you want me to actually try and shame Evo? Not shame, but lightly roast Evo into eating some more food than they are currently eating for lunch? Because I will do it. If you say the word, I have an idea on how to do it. Just say the word. It's fine. Carly roasts me all the time for it. Oh, it was yellow. Do it. Evo, I would tell you that you need to eat more for lunch, but I just got done at cross-country practice this morning telling a bunch of 12-year-olds that they need to make sure they're getting their fuel in after practice. And I'm tired. I've done it once already today. I'll show up to game night and be like, I've only had half a jar of pickles all day. Oh, Evo, it's not great. It's not great. Oh, no. Not great. Why are you not producing? What's going on here? There you're producing. Oh, it's the lack of coal. Okay. Evo, fuel up! Fuel up! Raider has re-entered. IDK European opinion incoming, but eating hamburgers as lunch with onion rings is also not like a real meal. Talk to me about it. Roast me. Hit me with it. What did I do wrong? I mean, there were no veggies. But I had a lot of different, they're always saying, like, make sure your plate has a lot of different color on it. I'm hitting all my macronutrients. I'm not. Okay, so we're at least making diamonds. It's not great, but we're making diamonds. So we're going to go ahead and say 29 diamonds. We need to take those diamonds and we need to turn them into time crystals. I'm also not like to get a little bit more for real here. I'm also I get very weird around actually like giving people too many recommendations for what they eat personally. I end up feeling weird. Relationships to food are so fucking personal. It's hard. You never know what somebody's going through. Be honest, when that notice popped up, did you panic that it was a power thing? Abso-fucking-lutely, Shammy. Abso-fucking-lutely. Our power is definitely not in a way that is going to be very sustainable right now. It's produced in a converter. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Oh, boy. That's so fair. If Evo didn't give me shit for everything, I wouldn't feel as comfy doing it back to them. I mean, I also think, like... Yeah, absolutely. I mean... It's weird, right? Like, familiarity breeds a certain level of... How do we phrase this? Why is it okay that the better a person... Why is it okay that... And this is a legitimate question... How do you determine where that line is? Where, like, the better a friend someone is to me, the more I feel okay with them calling me out for or saying something that I may not want to hear, but which is actually in my best interest. You know? Like, I think there's this weird thing where I have a lot of friends who I'm close enough friends with that I can share information with them, but we're not close enough where I feel 100% comfortable being like, you have a problem, or like, hey, I'm concerned for you, or like, hey, and it's different. Like, friends is one thing, and then there's family, which gets even more complex, and then there's like power and age dynamics and gender dynamics and all kinds of different things related to power dynamics that make this all different too. Where it's like, weirdly enough, there's a line that happens somewhere where you become close enough to a person that it becomes okay to say things that may not be comfortable to hear. And that is a weird line. Everything gets very fucking weird around that line. Very weird. If I'm concerned, I'll always say something, but depending on the level of friendship, I'll let it go easier. But see, I don't... But so... I think if you're concerned and if you're 100% sure that there is something going on, say something. But I think a lot of times with people you're familiar with but not exactly friends with, the question of whether or not something is going on is another... Like I don't think it's proper, for instance. Like, I just made some jokes about Evo's eating, right? Made some jokes, aka it was like a little jokingly hard on them about not eating enough for lunch. In a different situation, and maybe in this specific situation, I'm not sure, and I hope I didn't cross this line. Like, especially with like disordered eating being, you know, a huge thing for a lot of people, there's a line that like where you don't want to cross it into the like, hey, I have opinions about your eating. that I think is actually like sort of improper or inappropriate. And then there's a line much past that where you're good enough friends with somebody and you have the knowledge, the front seat knowledge to them, where you're like, hey, I have thoughts on... It's weird. It's very interesting. It's also like, I think about it too from the perspective of like, I've told this story before, but Megan and I were once on a thing on vacation where a tour guide person basically said something to someone about how asked a person if they were pregnant when they should not have asked a person if they were pregnant. It's kind of similar in that way, where it's like, there's some stuff that's just like, it's weird. That's weird to approach when you are not actually familiar enough with the person. And then when you are familiar enough with the person, it becomes like a how sturdy is our relationship type of thing, I guess. Is it I guess that's sort of the way to act, the way to think about it is like, how sturdy is our relationship? Could it handle me being wrong about this or you being offended about this in a like you being vulnerable about it way? Asking if someone's pregnant. That's an exclamation, Rosie. Ryan, you looked like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit when you made that face. Hey, Shammy, I don't know that we're familiar enough for you to make that comment. No. Sorry. Carly, I really hope I didn't make this. I hope none of this came across as it being about you or Evo, because the only reason I'm even mentioning this is I was like, man, I hope I didn't cross the line there with Evo. Carly said wanted to make it known that I already knew Evo was okay with me joking about their eating habits, but it is a good point that you should be careful about how/when you joke about food/eating habits. We have the most thoughtful community on the internet. I'm not particularly worried about that, but I do agree that it's great to restate that. Euphoria, thanks so much for the follow. Okay, I need to make a converter, which I don't have enough reanimated Sam for, which means I need to shove reanimated Sam into a... But here's the question. Do I need to put reanimated Sam into a thing? Or do I need to have it on the belt? I think I probably need to have it on the fucking belt. Because it sounds like it's used... Reanimated Sam is used to make the item I was just making. The item I'm talking about. But also is used to make literally anything. This hurts my brain, dude. It just takes 1 reanimated Sam and 30 iron to make 12 sulfur. 24 to 12, 10 to 12. What are the ratios here? What the fuck are these ratios, dude? Why is there a question mark? Watching you The Last of Us 2 playthrough, and I'm loving it. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. Real talk, Bob or Ash. Real talk, Bob or Ash. Okay, this is... In what use... Let's talk about it. In what use case scenario would I use the reanimated Sam? Well, I'm going to need to make FICSIT ingots out of something. Either out of iron... Okay, first off, let's go here. FICSIT ingot, I'm going to need to make it from iron, aluminum, or caterium. 100%. Right now, I lean towards caterium. It is 4 to 1, which is but it takes 3 reanimated Sam. But that's better than the... Aluminum is relatively... It's not hard to come by, but it requires a very long process. Caterium is very easy. It's just smelting. Iron is more valuable, and it's 24 to 1, which is dog shit. So I lean towards caterium here. However, on reanimated Sam, what else would I use the reanimated Sam for? I can turn sulfur into limestone. I can turn one resource into another. I could imagine using it to make some coal, because coal is a little difficult at times. I can make copper from these things. Fucking 12 to 12. That makes sense. To me, this makes a lot of sense. Turn regular sulfur or regular quartz into basically a 1-to-1 to copper ore. What does it do for iron? Can you do it for iron? I don't think you can do it for iron. No, you can. From limestone. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, so I'm going to need reanimated Sam. I don't know that I would need it on the belt for that reason. I do have Sam here, though, to make reanimated Sam. I have Sam on the belt, so that's good. I have Sam on the belt. That's very good that I did that, because then I can make reanimated Sam in a constructor. Probably should have just put reanimated Sam on the belt, because Sam is only used in reanimated Sam. Okay, we're going to change this then. We're going to change it to reanimated Sam, and we will construct it wherever we're doing it over here, because Sam is only used in one material, and that's reanimated Sam. Oh, boy. Congrats to Pass Ryan. I can't believe I put that on the belt. Shout out to me. Sam is so animated right now. Oh, boy. Okay. So this is a mindfuck. We need to take this and turn it into reanimated Sam and then shove it right back on the exact same belt. And that will mean, and then we also probably need to put some of that in a depot because we have it in a depot. No, we don't have, so we'll need, okay. It's 3:33, time to start a list because I'm going to have to stop here before too long. So I need to make reanimated Sam. Then I need to put that on the belt. Then I need to on bus make no Sam fluctuators. I thought that was what I'm gonna need Sam fluctuators in a dimensional depot at least. But it's not needed on... It's used in question mark. Should probably put it on the bus. Okay, that's a good start. High Hope System. Ryan, what is your normal streaming schedule? Well, that's a great question right now. Since parenthood, we basically took my regular stream schedule out back and shot it. And since then, we've been figuring it out day to day. Right now, I'm pretty attached to 7 days a week of YouTube videos, and I stream probably around 3 days a week, Monday through, like, during the weekday, around 12 to 4, 12 to 3:30. That said, we're currently doing games on the weekend with the community, which is taking some of that time. So, you know, we'll have a stream on Saturday. Yeah, vaguely that. But basically, I post on Discord, not really Twitter so much anymore. My schedule every week for what we're playing. And I think next week we're I don't know. I got to figure out what to do next week. Next week's going to be a little weird. There'll be some days that are probably a little uncertain. I got to figure out what we're playing next now that Dredge is done. That card is still going. It is, absolutely. Thanks for hanging out with me for such a long stream, you guys. I really appreciate you. Reanimated Sam is just a constructor at 30 per minute. Do I have room to make that fit? Absolutely. Toontown rewritten, obviously. I mean, how could I even... Obviously. We're gonna have to drain this line. Sorry I missed the start? No. How dare you, like, have a job and a life and stuff? My brain's all over the place. We're making reanimated Sam. We're doing it fast. Are you tired of hearing me say reanimated Sam yet, chat? Take Sam, we're gonna reanimate him. By the way, what are those dudes that I keep seeing wandering around in the grass? Those are the big, the like alien life forms of this planet. They are peaceful, despite how I treat them. They are friend-shaped, despite how I treat them. You're destroying their habitat? Their habitat is fine, really. It's their bodies that I've been trying to destroy. The good news is they seem to be invincible. Or at least less killable than everything else. Ryan does a bit of animal cruelty. Just a bit, though. No power. They all have the recipe? They do all have the recipe. Good. They have a name, Ryan? Do they? Am I forgetting a name, or did I never learn it? All right. This should be more than we need. For sure. With a merger. I like that your controller thing has a little ornament on it. Yeah. It's cute. I'm glad they let you customize some stuff, considering how long this game takes. Just be staring at stuff forever, if not. Sometimes I wish that less of my stuff was on the screen. Sometimes I wish that the screen was a little bit less crowded. That's completely wrong. Like, my hands are both on screen right now, plus all the stuff on screen. You can go photo mode, and that makes it a little bit better. Oh, you can zoom out. Oh, my God. RIP. Whoa! Photo mode is amazing. I mean, I'm going to vomit, but it's great. The zoom is good. The zoom is really cool. How do I get rid of my... T to hide UI. How do I get rid of my... I tried to get rid of my gun. Enable decoupled camera. Oh, look. Whoa! I instantly thought poor Evo. I know, right? Wait, if I'm decoupled, is my body still there? What the fu... Oh, yeah, it is. It's me. Hi. Oh, no. Yeah, anyways, we're just doing a little bit of light pollution. Not L-I-G-H-T, just a little bit of pollution in a light fashion. Just floating there, possessed. It does look like I was possessed. How do we feel about the long? How do we feel about the long Satisfactory stream? I feel like I probably got more done overall. I really liked the lunch dulls break. Dude, Shammy, I was just thinking that if I played this game differently and I like made thumbnails for every video, you better believe this would be how I'm doing it. Holy cow. I'm sure that's what other people do. Big fan. I barely did any work today. I know. I was like, I think Tony got less work done for sure. You're idle because you don't have the SAM. Yeah, we're just not going to have as much SAM. If we go improve our SAM production, probably just improves the belt, right? The belt is bad. The belt is very slow. There's no way I can restart the game. I could not go back to Mark 1 belts. There's no way. I feel like I've done so much cleanup. Oh boy, wrong button. today, and all we've really done is basically double our stators. No, I think we're in a good spot. We've increased a lot of raw material to the bus. Finished phase 4. Fuck. I mean, if that ain't something, I don't know what is. I don't know how much we're going to need of this, but we're going to need more someday. So I'm just going to go down and preemptively fix this to be a lot more SAM so that we start building a lot more reanimated SAM. So that we start. That is a minor Mark II. Let's make it a Mark III. 240 per minute. We don't have the power shards. I forgot because that's what the whole thing we're building right now. Let's chuck one in there, I guess. That means 360. That's a little bit better. I was just as productive at work as usual, but I had more fun, so 10 out of 10. There's 1.1 info about cam picture mode, which you'll never use if you aren't the kind of person that does special thumbnails. I'm not, and I also don't take photos during... Oh, we're going to need more power shards just for the... I also don't take photos in the game. In any games, like we talked about last week. Okay, so I think we need to empty this belt of SAM, because currently it's just got useless stuff on it. I think we gotta go all the way up for that. The things people do with photo mode is pretty neat. They added a whole content creator video modes. Whoa! Content creator video mode? In picture mode? Roll, aperture. Focus is interesting. Focus is very interesting. Camera, image, settings. So focus would be... Probably we would need to, we'd need to mess with our aperture. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, now we're getting sexy, chat. Wait. Did it stop? Why did it stop? Nope, it's there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Fancy. Oh, I like this. Holy cow. Very neat. Oops, that's the wrong button. We're going to zoom in. I'm so sorry if this makes you sick. No, that's great, Shamie. Thank you. I was just about to ask you what you meant by keep that at 24, get rid of all this stuff. Yeah. Okay, there we go. If you ever okay, very quickly. Disclosure. If you are ever on stream and you say a comment about something and you're like, why the fuck didn't Ryan ask me about that? Feel free to just tell me. Apparently yesterday on stream, Carly said, yeah, I flipped my wheelchair once and I didn't ask enough details about it. So then I got a DM from Carly talking about Ryan didn't take the bait on the story. So here's the full story on when I flipped my wheelchair. And I was like, listen, I did forget to I had a lot of things going on through my mind. I should have definitely asked. I was curious. If you're ever like, Ryan didn't take the bait, you could just tell me. I probably didn't choose. Well, sometimes I choose not to take the bait, but most of the time, I would say at least mention it a second time just to be like, you want to hear this story? Because I'm very happy. I mean, that sounds terrible. I'm very happy I heard the story. I'm glad I eventually got the story about how Carly flipped. Elaborate? It's Carly's story, but I was happy to eventually have heard the story. Dolly mode follows things like trains. Oh. You could use a train as your camera on a dolly. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. So, Sam, it'd be right here. 16. So 4 over. How many floors are there to this place? Like 29, 30, something like that. Too many. Like 32. I got too much shit in my inventory. Oh no, I got way too much shit in my inventory. Carly says I was on the back of the school bus. The driver turned a corner and I flipped right over. Picture 7 to 8-year-old me sliding around on the floor of a school bus. When Carly told me the story, Carly said, and I quote, the driver whipped that shit. Something like that. The driver was whipping it. And I was like, oh my God. And then Carly was like, okay, I probably exaggerate a little bit. I don't know if they were whipping it, but I definitely still went. Whipping that shit. Whipping. My fingers are getting tired, chat. But I think I'm close. Gotta keep the rhythm. Don't change anything in this moment. Just keep going. Don't change the rhythm. Don't speed up. Don't slow down. Don't make it... Duffels, don't you dare. Don't you dare. I already tried holding E. I was like, maybe if I just hold E, I'll just pick it up. Oops, I just stepped on Hero. Sorry, buddy. You all right? What do you mean? I got a great Carly screenshot for this moment? What do you mean? What do you mean? Evo also got a bonus story of how I almost killed myself with a soccer ball. I'd love to ask more about that. There's no way I can keep this up. My arm is spasming. 500. There it is. We did it. Holy shit. We did it. Get that shit out of my inventory. Oops. Down here. Down here. I should probably be feeding that into the thing. Holy cow. Just found out that my copy of Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow came in, and I'm so excited to read it up after I finish housekeeping. Dude. Let's go. Great book. Amazing book. Okay. That is Sam on the bus. Reanimated Sam on the bus. I will off stream. I'm going to add more bus. I'm going to finish up all of our signs to make these look nicer. This shouldn't say Sam. This should say Reanimated Sam. Change these signs right here. So I have Reanimated Sam on here. I don't think that I added that to the Dimensional Depot. What's it take to make this thing? It takes the other thing, right? Yeah. It takes fluctuated SAM fluctuators. That I can certainly make on the bus. I also can probably use these rows in between, as long as I just work a little bit farther down. Like down here, I could probably use this row to make some reanimated SAM. Fluctuated SAM. Fuck. You know what I meant. What happened here? Oh no, I deleted a door. Oh boy. Mr. The Dream Pinkism, thanks so much for the follow. Okay. We're gonna call it today's stream. Call that a stream. But as soon as we hear this soccer ball story, Carly says, I managed to drive my chair on top of a soccer ball. All wheels left the ground. Lots of panicked adults as I balanced on top of it and almost broke my neck. I did not break my neck, my chair, or the soccer ball. The soccer ball made it out? Holy shit. That's amazing. How did you manage such a acrobatic feat to get directly over the soccer ball? All 4 wheels off the ground. That's amazing. The tough-ass soccer ball. I'm built different, Carly says. Skill issue. I'm built different. All right. That's going to do it for stream. Holy cow. Satisfactory. Progress. I'm proud of ourselves today. Phase 4 is done. The bus functions better than it did before with more items being made at higher rates. Our secondary bus is helping out with that. And we discovered the real use of reanimated SAM, which is going to make me cry. Anyways, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.